Hey friends, Monday night. It's Monday. It's Monday after a weekend that felt like Monday just kept going. Yeah, it was an interesting weekend. There was a shooting at a local grocery store here. Actually, one of the grocery stores I shop at quite frequently. And I was just there on Thursday, and this happened on Friday. My daughter works next door at another grocery store, department store place. So I was sitting a little bit uneasy because she had to work that day, and there was conflicting reports on which store this was at. And then they said this was in the parking lot. I was like, oh boy. Well, then when the police department released their little blurb on Facebook, there was holes in it. And I'm like, there's got to be something more to it, right? And then I think it was Saturday. I keep adjusting my camera because it's just, I barely even had time to hit record tonight. It's just been one of them days. Anyways, I think it was Saturday. Then they released more information on this and said that it was like a 40-something-year-old man from Kingman and a 50-something-year-old man from Golden Valley, which if you know this area, you have to go through Golden Valley to get to Bullhead City. So it's like right here. It's only about 10-15 minutes up and over the mountain, or I mean up and over the pass, depending on what part of Golden Valley this person was from. So I was right. There was more to the story. Apparently these two men had agreed to meet up in the Smith's parking lot to fight one another. Now we live, it doesn't mean anything that we live in an open carry state. People are going to get access to a gun whether they want to or not. Like if people want to stop them, they're not going to be able to stop them because people are going to get access to it if they really want to. However, Arizona is just one of those states that just makes it easier on these idiots that want to act like complete kids when they're two grown men, putting everybody else's lives at risk because they can't get their heads on straight. Thank goodness nobody else was hurt. The 50-something-year-old man from Golden Valley, they started to throw a race card at him and say that, because he's this race. And I'm not going to say the race because it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is two grown men agreed to meet at a shopping cart corral in the grocery store parking lot to fight one another because they were having grievances or disturbing, whatever you want to call it. I'm so frustrated with the whole situation. So that man that was shot from Golden Valley was shot twice in the arm. They had to transfer him from KRMC, which is our local hospital here, to hospital in Las Vegas, I guess. His injuries are non-life-threatening but serious. I don't understand it. There has been so many shootings lately. There was the 2 in Louisiana, and then now this, and I'm sure there's been so many others. So many other different tragedies. So anyways, Sunday after church, we did our normal run to Smith's. When my husband's in town, we always go and he gets his fried chicken on Sunday morning after church. And was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday. We went Saturday, and this happened Friday. Okay, we went Saturday to Smith's because he wanted to already have the chicken in the fridge so that he could just make it, and then he had to get back on the road to get back to California. So it was Saturday. We were in Smith's. And that's what everybody was talking about. Everybody was talking about the shooting in the parking lot. Yeah. So yeah, that was that was a little nerving, like I said, because my daughter was at work at the time this all happened. And like I said, the conflicting reports, and then in the parking lot, and I again am just so thankful that nobody else was injured. I don't get it. But anyways, so that was my weekend. Well, that wasn't just my weekend. It was a lot more. I don't want to go into it. I really just, I pray that I can get my mom the help she needs, because it's far beyond my control now. Especially after what happened yesterday afternoon. Anyways, okay, let's go on to happier notes, please. I did get to the post office today. Oh yeah, I got me a new shirt at Walmart. The Mother's Day shirts are out. So I got me this one, and I got myself the Flower Shop one. That one's hanging in my closet. I just felt like I wanted to wear this one today. I did get to the post office. I finally got, I'm sorry, I didn't take a picture. I just wanted to get it sent. Because I'm so far behind on getting it to my cousin, I did get this finished and off to her. I was in such a hurry to get it out to her. I didn't even take a picture. Like I said, I stuffed it in the envelope and we were off to the post office. I got both my birthday challenges out, both for Janet Kay and Penny's Crafty Creations. Those are both in the mail now. I mailed my oldest daughter in Michigan's birthday card. Done. It's in the mail. And then what else did I mail? Oh, yes. We don't have them over here. It was Michelle from Michelle Plays Hooky and Jen from Sassy Southern NC Girl. Both had requested a Twinchie. Those are in the mail. Yeah, so I got everything out and mailed like I wanted to on time. So I was a little hesitant if I was even going to get the stuff in the mail, because I will not lie, I got no crafting time done on Saturday. And then Sunday, after my husband left, I did some cleaning that had to be done. I hate cleaning on Sundays, but when it's got to be done, it's got to be done, right? I can't leave dirty dishes and a dirty floor and stuff like that. So I did that, and then I came in here and I just sat down at my desk until about 12:30 last night, got everything finished, addressed, in their proper envelopes, I hope. I apologize if somebody gets somebody else's stuff, because my eyes were shutting by the time I was done last night. So anyhow, there's that. I'm hoping to start on the dishcloth for this week. It looks pretty simple. I'm looking at it. Yeah, they released a Quacken again this week. Go over and check Missy out for that. This actually looks really easy. It looks like you only need 2 colors of cotton. And there is, so it says there's a first leaf and then a next leaf. And then you do rows 1 through 4. Oh, okay, I see how you do this. So it's like broken into 2 sides. Maybe, if I'm thinking correctly. Well, anyways, I'm not reading it fully, but it's called a Lucky Clover dishcloth, but that's what we're making for this week. Again, go over and check Missy and those crazy ducks out and see what I'm talking about. So there's 14 rows. essentially 28 rows, because you're repeating for the first leaf, you're doing 14 rows, and then for the next leaf, you're doing 14 rows. So essentially you're doing 28 rows. Yeah, this is only a one-sided pattern, so yeah, so there's that. I'll be working on that hopefully. Again, I'm not going to push myself to get it done by Thursday. If I don't, I don't. I'm going to do my best though. And then I am working on my third pattern for the spring cow with Rainy over at the Woolly Llama Shop. She is our head honcho for this whole thing. I already have 2 patterns out. I found a third one today just by accident, actually, because I was talking to my daughter about my son-in-law's birthday, which is at the end of August, but I want to make him something, and I found out he loves flowers, and one flower in particular. However, I want to get in touch with Missy over at Missy's Yarniverse and more, and make sure it'd be okay that I do this pattern with her, just because I don't want to step on her toes because of what she's doing for the spring cow. I think it will be okay, but I just, out of respect to her, would like to make sure it's okay with her. If not, you know, if it's not, then I'm okay with that. I have other pattern options, but I figured since I'm going to be making these anyways, I might as well share the pattern, right? Again, if it's okay with Missy, I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to email her tomorrow if I don't get a chance tonight. And then I have just a tiny bit of yarn I want to show you. I actually bought yarn over the weekend. I never buy yarn, but I had to go to the craft section for a couple other things, and so I told my husband I wanted to look at the yarn because I haven't bought yarn in a long time, like just leisure yarn. So I only bought 5 skeins. 2 are mine, 3 are Levi's. So, excuse me. So Levi picked out, he picked out 2 black, and then this one here to go in the middle. So like this, and we'll just make a little levy. And these are, I've worked with this one before, and it works out beautifully because it's got those little tweedy bits in it. So these are the Hometown yarns from Lion Brand. And the 2 black ones are called South Dakota Black. Now, if you're not familiar with these, they are 81 yards, 74 meters, 142 grams, 5 ounces. They are a super bulky 6. Recommends a 9. I just don't want to focus on that tiny print. 9mm hook. They're 100% acrylic and machine wash and dryable. However, these are not going to get crocheted. I am going to put these on my loom, and I'm going to do a knit purl pattern for him that I have done before for a little levy. So there are those. And then I finally got my Lion Brand mandalas that I have just been oohing and ahhing over. And this is the colorway of them. Now I think it's so funny because look at the middles. They're spun differently, right? They're the same color, but they're spun differently. My husband's like, does that matter? And I'm like, no. It's just how they were spun at the factory. These are called Cupid. And these are a light 3. They're 590 yards, 540 meters, 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, machine wash and dryable, 100% acrylic. And if you were to knit up the pattern, that is what it would look like. However, I'm going to crochet these. I told him I would only need 2 because I can make a nice shawl out of this. I'll probably do the double V-stitch shawl again. I love that pattern. It comes down into a triangle, so it sits kind of like that. So I'm trying to get my passion for crochet back. That's been kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Everything just going on, it's been more relaxing to just paper craft, but I'm not, obviously not giving up paper crafting. No, I love my paper crafting. But I want to put crochet back into it all too. So, yeah. Anyways, so that is where I'm at. I don't know what time I'm going to be able to do my videos tomorrow. Tomorrow is Twinchy Tuesday. Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Yeah, tomorrow's Twinchy Tuesday. Yeah. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But anyways, okay, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go. I got stuff to finish doing here. It's almost 9 o'clock. I want to get some crafting done. I need to get working on my newest one that I'm doing, the Faith-Filled Collaging 26. I think this week is the new week. I think so. Let me see. Where's the schedule? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the 29th. So that's this week. It's an extra week of crafting just for fun. 2 Corinthians 1, 3 through 4. Umbrella in gray. Okay. Okay, I can do that. I hope. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna work on this and then get some Twinchies going for tomorrow. I have an idea. Where did I put them? I wanted to show you real quick. When I was at Walmart, these are perfect Twinchy stickers. I found this in the kids book section. It was $3 and they're itty bitties. So that'll be fun. And then I also found these, it says reusable stickers. I'm gonna make them permanent. And then I found puffy stickers. So I have some Twinchy ideas going through my head. So, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for real this time. I need to get moving. Okay, I will be back with crafty stuff tomorrow. I know today was just kind of a life catch up from my weekend. So yeah. All right, I'm going, friends. Love, hugs, and prayers to you all. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe with all these storms that I'm seeing going through. Goodness, tornado after tornado after tornado. It needs to stop. But yes, please stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay?